Guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a return subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, you know there are some crimes that don't make no damn sense. And just hearing about it makes you yourself angry and you don't have nothing to do with it. Today I want to talk about a story out of Memphis, Tennessee. Shout out Memphis. You know I was going to do it. And it's about this gentleman right here. God rest his soul. This guy right here, ladies and gentlemen, is 77-year-old Eddie Bond. This guy right here was found beaten and left for dead in a parking lot at 77 years old. But before, you know, he fell unconscious because he's not doing too well. In fact, his prognosis is grim. He had a chance to say a little bit about who committed this crime against him. Now, I want you to take a look at this story, man. Under no circumstances should anybody, and I repeat, anybody old, go through any type of violence like this against them. This is truly shameful. Look.
A brutal attack leaves a Memphis man fighting for his life. Police say they found the victim in the parking lot of Tops Barbecue in the medical district after someone called 911. WRG's Alan Self has the latest on the investigation.
Police say 77-year-old Eddie Bond was beaten and robbed at Union Avenue. Tonight, his son Courtney Bond says he has to make the difficult decision to take his father off life support.
And I love the hell out of my dad. I did. He loved us. He showed us every day. I just wish whoever did it would turn themselves in.
Eddie Bond was transported to Regional 1 Hospital in critical condition Tuesday of last week. At the hospital, Bond told officers he recalled two men approaching him, speaking aggressively and shoving him around. After talking with officers, his condition got worse.
Man, he had gashes and knots on the side of his head. Both eyes were swollen shut. When he first got here, it was just swollen. But like that Thursday, blood just really started gushing out of it.
He now has irreversible brain and kidney damage and is unresponsive. Bond's friends say he's a well-respected man of the community, and they're outraged.
You know, he's known for helping anybody in the Westwood Whitehaven community. And so to hear this, you know, to happen to him, out of all people, this is really sad because, you know, 77 years old. I mean, who just walking around attacking elderly people like this and nothing is being said, nothing is being done.
And his grandchildren traveled to Memphis from Chicago to say goodbye to their beloved grandfather and sending a message to his killers.
Just turn yourself in, give it up. You can't run, you can't hide. Just give it up.
Hey.
Turn yourself in, please, because you wrong. You wrong.
Anybody that would jump on a man like that, I believe in God, and God got a plan for them, and karma will come back your way.
So far, police have a very vague description of the suspect. Bond's son tells us police are now investigating this as a homicide. For your news leader in the medical district, I'm Alan Self, WREG, News Channel 3.
Gentlemen, that shit is both beyond sad and evil. It's no damn way. Now, you seen that man, you seen he was old. You could not tell me for somebody to come up and target that guy. Two men said they was aggressive towards him, pushing him around. That's all he remembered. Then he woke up in the hospital. Did you see how his head looked? Said he had enough, you know, time to say, give some little bit of details before he had a medical technicality and he went out, never to regain consciousness. Somebody's father, somebody's grandfather. Said he has irreversible brain and kidney damage. Family flew in from Chicago, his grandkids. Last interaction with their grandfather was him being unconscious and them holding his hand in the hospital bed. To see him like that, the selfishness and the violence that's out here right now is to no end, and it needs to be squashed. It needs to be squashed. See, I'm not one of these people that run around and say, oh, well, we need to stop the Bonds, because it's in some people's hearts to do that type of shit. It is. I think the punishments need to fit the crime. Say it 100,000 times, and I'll say it 101,000 times. People that do this type of shit should have their citizenship stripped, because you're not trying to contribute to society. All you're trying to do is tear it down for your own selfishness. What did that man do, or what did that man have that warrants you doing him like that? I ask you, 77 years old, hell, I can hardly catch myself when I'm falling at 51 years old. Imagine his response to any type of violence or like trying to block anything, reflex wise at 77. Whoever did this to this man, in my opinion, targeting because he was older. You see that a lot. I did a story about a guy getting carjacked and ran over with his own car. He was an elderly man. Dude said, oh, I just did it because he was old and I knew I could take him, or I thought I could take him. People pick and choose their battles. So do predators when they pick and they prey. And to do this to somebody not knowing what kind of person he was, said he was well respected. Well respected in his neighborhood, but that don't mean nothing. Don't mean nothing. When people want something from you or they want to hurt you, they feel as though it's in their rights to do so, and they try to do it as quickly and efficiently and quietly as they can, and then run off like the cowards that they are. Because make no mistake, this is a fucking cowardly act. It's a cowardly act. They didn't say if he had anything stolen from him, but I mean, if anything, to have a man beat up, regardless if he's conscious or not, and then have loved ones and family members, surrounded him, people flying in from out of state to say their last goodbyes, and the final decision of whether your father lives or suffers or dies is just up to the son, to where he has to make the conscious decision to say, you know what, I got to let my father go. And then sit there as they pull the plug, if they haven't already did it. You kill people out here in manners like this, and they catch you, you need to go too. Where's the balance? Where's the universal law in that? Jail time don't fix that. Oh, we got him. No, you need to go. And a lot of times, the same way you sent somebody else out of here. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. May Eddie Bond rest in peace. And prayers and condolences to the family. Oh yeah, and one more thing. What kind of person are you that you would jump a 77-year-old man for whatever reason, knowing he can't defend himself against two people, let alone one? Hell, most people can't defend themselves against multiple attackers. Why would you do that? That's one of the reasons why I say this shit is so sad, because, you know what I'm saying? This guy is a grandfather. Sun setting on his life. And the last sentence that's in his book of life about things during his life travels is getting jumped by some unknown assholes that didn't care nothing about him, what kind of person he was, what kind of family he came from, or anybody that cared about him. Make no mistake, as sick as this crime is, the guy's a father. Fathers are the ones that bring, with a woman's help, let me say this, children into the world, just like they brought these two pieces of filth that did this to this man. You have fathers. Didn't think about them when you hurt somebody else's father and grandfather. Sickening.